It's time to execute. It's time to take action. And look at someone and say, neighbor, at the end of the day, I want some results. James chapter 1, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. Now, how many heard my message last night? And I just want to say this to you, that there's something, if you want good success, then you have got to participate in the process. The kingdom of God suffereth violence. And so it's time for me not only to have a future and a destiny, my bills canceled, living in a no-debt zone. All of this is wonderful, but if I want results, I've got to get up and put some feet on my faith. Talk to me, somebody. You ought to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it. I'm going to take some action. And I don't need to, wait a minute here now. I don't need to call a witness, but I could call Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Talk to me, somebody. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, it's time to execute. It's time to access. And all of the hardware that I need to do it, God put it inside of me. You ought to get somebody by the hand and say, neighbor, I don't know how you feel about it, but right about now something is getting ready to happen. You ought to jump up and say, ah!
While you're on your feet, look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, the next word is extend. Come on, say it again. Say extend. It's time to create partnerships. You can't do it by yourself. You've got to have the right team. One man said teamwork makes the dream work. You got to have the right people on your team. There's a rapper, a hip-hop rapper down south named Soulja Boy. And let me tell you what Soulja Boy says. Soulja Boy says every time somebody who shouldn't be on your team comes with some negative stuff, young people, what do you say? Ah, right? Look at your neighbor and say, if you're not on my team, yeah. Soulja Boy can't capitalize. Look at it, say, yeah. Young people, when these people coming up to you trying to get you to hustle dope, say, yeah. Young ladies, no. You won't be on the street because, there's no quick money. There's nothing that you can't work. You got to work for something that's going to last. And so the man already said it's time to execute. That means you got to get off your blessed assurance. You got to get out and network. You got to get out and meet people that you don't know. It's time for you to leave your comfort zone. Because when you leave your comfort zone, God's going to connect you with people who are already ordained to meet you. But as long as you're still hanging out with the haters, the people who are acting like they're for you, the people who just because they call you, the folks you're rolling with, that doesn't always mean that's the person you need to be connected to. Look at your neighbor and say, extend. Another thing about extend a heart before you extend a hand. I'm talking to the entrepreneurs in here. Don't call me just trying to sell me something when you don't care about who I am. Those days are over. I want to do business with people I like. I want to be connected with people who earnestly care about my destiny. Not just some smooth talking, articulation, but you could care less. You won't even look